Where others see desperation, we see hope and opportunities. And that is why Mount Kenya University has invested in a 200 million shilling education facility, making it the first university in Kenya to make such a massive investment in Turkana County in post-independent Kenya. Welcome to Mount Kenya University Science and Technology Complex, Lodwar campus. A facility that has caused ripples of excitement in this area as students troop to the university to quench their thirst for education.
80% of the Turkana people are illiterate, 80%. Women, almost 60% of that are women. The recent report said that out of 100 Turkana, only 3 have secondary education. So looking at the statistics, current statistics, we can say that Turkana, they have a long way to go in education.
To be able to develop a place, people need to have information and knowledge. Without knowledge, there will not be any development. So we are saying, yes, these people would like to have university education, but it's too expensive for them to leave Lodwar for Nairobi or Thika. And I want to assure you that the response in terms of student enrollment is quite good, because there are people there who want to pursue university education.
And essentially, it's been here for almost 4 years. And when they approached us to give them a piece of land so that they can be able to develop their campus to a much larger institution, to grow it, we were delighted, and we, together with the local community, gave them 100 acres. And essentially being the only first one here, and if you look at the distances between Turkana and the most nearest universities in Eldoret and Nakuru, by them placing their presence here has really helped a great deal, quite a number of students who find it expensive to travel to those distances for higher education.
The new building complies with the Universities Act of the year 2012, which defines the standards for university campus facilities and has already been inspected by the officials from the Commission of University Education and given a clean bill of health. It has a state-of-the-art library built on a model of a Turkana hut known as Akai. Classrooms, lecture theatres, computer rooms, laboratories, staff offices, and student hostels.
We've put a home. We are no longer renting. This is a place to show that it is a university for their children and the children of their children. So that's the most important. The enthusiasm of the people to study is an evidence that this is a really campus that is meant for them.
Indeed, it's a welcome investment. It is going to be growing this town, Lodwar. It is going to give this town a very big shape, and we are glad that it is also established in a new area where the future city of Lodwar will be expanding towards.
The construction of this new facility, which is now owned by the university, has been godsend, especially for the working class, some of whom had been forced to postpone further studies, bearing in mind that most of the institutions of higher learning are hundreds of kilometers away from the remote county.
The presence of MKU in this Turkana County is a motivating factor for education. And so far, some of us who are not privileged to acquire higher education in other areas, we now feel like it is now an opportunity that we don't want to miss.
I'm employed, and for me to be here most of the time, I have to get permission from from my employer, so that I be in school here every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Then I go back on duty. So I think there before, during my first training, I used to be going full time to Eldoret, to Nairobi for education. But now, because of this accessibility, I think Mount Kenya has given us a huge benefit, and we tend to believe the people of this county in a few years to come will have an equal opportunity of accessing education like other people in Kenya.
We were also undergoing the risk of insecurity along the road, traveling, going to school, but now you just land right at your doorstep. Those are the three main reasons. And also the economics, because it's more convenient to pay fees here and go to your house than going down country, you rent a house, you look for food and other things.
The reason why I've decided to study in Mount Kenya, because Mount Kenya is nearer, and I don't incur expenses of going to that place. Just come from my house, come in the evening after my work, study, and go back home. And I'm able to manage my work and my studies because the university is available here.
We expect more students from this county to join this institution. And by doing that, we are expanding the level of education and maybe graduates in the next few years within this county.
Some of the students travel from as far as the neighboring country of South Sudan to attend classes at Mount Kenya University Lodwar campus.
This university is very good to me because it's nearer to my country. I used to come every weekend to this institution. So 10 years back, I finished senior 4, but there was no accessibility of education. But Mountain Kenya really is near to me, and I could travel now at least to access education in Turkana district.
And to encourage residents to enroll in this institution, Mount Kenya University has been keen in offering incentives to potential students who would like to join the university, including scholarships and discounted fees to students from this hardship area.
School-based teachers have been given 27% fee waiver.
I mentor kids, I talk to Form 4, I talk to the whole school, and I'm now mentoring a few secondary schools. And I make follow-up. And I want to do that in all the secondary schools.
The new complex has been launched at a time when underground water aquifers have been found in Turkana County, as well as oil is being explored in Lokichar area, resources that are expected to transform the economy of this county and the country at large.
Already we have put up a course in petroleum engineering. We've also a course in petroleum production and management, whereby you see we are bringing people on board. We already have 50 students who are training. We are bringing up people who are going to take up positions in the industry, and we see to it that the locals are benefiting directly from the exploration.
Mount Kenya University Lodwar campus has established a smooth working relationship with public institutions in the county, including hospitals like Lodwar Hospital. Mount Kenya University lecturer Professor Njeri Wamai is also leading the last phase efforts to eradicate guinea worm disease in Kenya. The campaign to eradicate the worms is focusing on Turkana, West Pokot and Trans Nzoia counties. Kenya is seeking to be declared free from the disease by the World Health Organization by the year 2016. The university also donated benches and a television set to the Lodwar Hospital.
This is the main attachment area for Mount Kenya University students, specifically nutrition students, degree nursing students, public health officer students, and even community health students. So we provide an avenue for them to do attachments or to experience what is it to handle patients. We mentor them, we teach them practical skills on patient and client management. Most of the sub-county medical officers of health, nurses, public health officers, nutritionists, name all of them, they're all pursuing and upgrading their skills and their expertise in Mount Kenya University.
Mount Kenya University is also keen in transforming the lives of the residents by encouraging greenhouse farming in order to increase food security in an area that has traditionally depended on livestock. This type of farming, which has already taken root in Lodwar campus, is harnessed through a borehole that was sunk by the university a few years ago. The borehole also serves as a watering point for locals and their livestock. The university has been keen in supporting the locals through knowledge creation. Mount Kenya University sponsored the National Water Summit, which took place at Christine Camp on the shores of Lake Turkana. Under the theme of Water for Socio-Economic Development, the summit, which was officially opened by retired President Mwai Kibaki, underlined the university's commitment to generating new knowledge that is beneficial to this host community. Mount Kenya University was also one of the sponsors of the Turkana Festival 2015, an event which was marked with pomp and colour and was aimed at encouraging tourism in the remote county.
That collaboration, that togetherness in community work is some of the essential elements we will want to be carried forward.
And so, as we invest elsewhere, we are committed to give equal opportunity to all Kenyans and beyond, an equal opportunity to education, because we believe in scaling the heights of education. Welcome to Turkana County, the land of oil, water, and home to Mount Kenya University.
Mount Kenya tunasonga mbele.